Good morning. I don't know why I at the end of my drink this morning, but I did. Well, you're watching Mercedes Morning Motivation, and I'm Mercedes, so welcome. We are going to talk about self-care, and the reason for this talk is I'm doing an interview later. I need to make sure I know what I'm talking about. So self-care, is it necessary? How do we go about doing that, especially when maybe sometimes, like I've talked about, I feel like I've said this, sometimes you just don't feel like it, right? And so does that mean self-care, we always need to be positive, upbeat, uplifting? The fact of the matter is, no. But is self-care necessary? Yes. So we're talking about how to do it when you are not feeling great and getting that motivation to get moving is really struggling. So if that has been you or is you, this is for you today, okay? Or maybe you're trying to get into a regular routine of what that self-care looks like for you. And I'm going to share with you a challenge that me and my friend are doing together, which I probably need to check in with her, by the way. P.S. Good reminder, Mercedes. So let's take out my rollers and get started talking on self-care. Part of my self-care is actually when I put myself together. So hence why I rolled my hair this morning, because I was like, I like it when my hair is rolled and bouncy, and it puts a little smile on my face, right? But that is part of my self-care. Now, are there days, like, do we need to have a false positive, a false be happy? So many other discussions could be had right there, Mercedes. When you're not feeling good, right? When you've gotten to that, you're into it, and you're at that point where you're just like, I'm miserable. I just want to lay in bed. I just want to cuddle. I don't even have the energy to turn on the television. Like, how are you going to have energy to go do your hair, right? Or how are you going to have energy to go make that luxurious bubble bath or bath bomb and throw it in the bathtub and sit in it and soak? Because the kids are probably screaming in the other room. You probably have 1,000 things on your mind, and you're feeling anxious and you're feeling overwhelmed. And you're just like, I just want to run and hide from everything. Do you know what I'm talking about? Do you feel that way? Well, sometimes I do. I'm not gonna lie about that. Sometimes things get to feel like there's just too much piling up on each other. You feel sad, you feel unsure of what to do next. So here's the deal. Don't avoid those feelings. Sometimes when we avoid those feelings, it could look like an overachiever. It could look like a hard worker, right? Sometimes when we're avoiding those feelings, we go through different lengths to avoid them. So we start hacking more stuff onto ourselves. Guess who's this girl right here? I do that a lot. Okay. So how do we recognize that we're having feelings? So some things that I do are I do a daily journal. It's my prayer journal right now, and I say prayers, right? All my feelings get written down. Sometimes it's incoherent, sometimes it doesn't make sense, and that's okay, because it's a conversation between myself and God. My faith is definitely a part of my self-care, but then taking care of myself and nourishing my body the way it needs to be nourished, making sure that I'm receiving the right mix of minerals, vitamins, food. I'm increasing my chances of having a better mood for the day. Okay, getting my proper water intake, huge water intake. Okay, moving my body each day. So because of my ankle, I can't it's not comfortable to ride my bike yet, so I can't be doing that with my ankle. But what I can be doing is I can do simple stretches, right? Simple things just to get my body in motion and move around. That's part of my self-care, getting myself put together. Even if it's a little bit. I broke my hairspray the other day too, guys. So I need to buy more hairspray now. But putting myself together a little bit, that helps me feel better. That is a part of my self-care. What are some of the things that you do for your self-care? Is it read a book, watch a movie, go for a jog, ride a bike, color, journal, craft? Maybe those sound like too much. So maybe self-care is reflecting on our feelings and why we're there. Not about having to get out of it, acknowledging that those feelings are there and that they're okay to have. That's a good part of self-care, guys. So I encourage you today on this Wednesday, we are midweek. Take a look at yourself. Sometimes that's scary. Take a look at yourself. Are you actually taking care of yourself? Because like my cup of coffee here, we can keep filling it up and it will overfill and spill into other people. But is what's going in and spilling out what we want spilled on other people? Okay, I've heard the analogy multiple ways. You can't pour from an empty cup, so you have to fill your cup up. If your cup's too full, you can't put any more into it because it's going to overspill. That's bad thing. But also, if you're putting good things in, if it becomes overflowing, it's overflowing with goodness, not all the negative and hate and everything else. So as always, good way to start some self-care. Do something kind for someone else. Challenge you today. All right. If you are watching on YouTube, please hit subscribe. If you're watching on Facebook, please follow me. Tag a friend. Let someone know. Good morning, Miss Dawn. I love you, friends. Let someone know that I'm here. Just saying, we could share a little goodness, little self-care in the morning, and get your morning started off right. You can do great things today. I believe in you. You are going to do wonderful things. And guess what? Sometimes those wonderful things mean you made it from the bed into the shower, and that's okay if that's your day. And some of you are going to go out and you're going to go and do something kind for someone else, and that's going to spread onto someone else, and we're going to have a beautiful butterfly effect of kindness. It's going to ripple across our land. So you're amazing. You're smart. You're capable. I'll talk to you later. Bye.